Congrats to the Packers. They did a good job tonight. There was I thought our guys battled. I thought there was, some real positives, but there was also a handful of instances where we didn't capitalize on some opportunities that we did have. Took a couple negatives on some chances where we had some, shots down the field versus some favorable looks, but, we didn't get it done. We'll continue to look inward and move forward and be ready to go against the Broncos. This has been a real struggle in a lot of instances, a lot of adversity that we've gone through. But I think what we've seen from our guys, Sarah, is they're going to continue to battle. They're going to finish up these last 3 games the right way, with the right mindset and mentality, and we'll compete to the best of our ability. And that's all I know how to do, and I trust that that's exactly what we'll do collectively as a group. You're never going to replace a guy like Aaron. He is truly one of one, Kurt. He's a special player. He's done so many great things, and he's been instrumental in a lot of the good things that have taken place, since he's really been a Ram. It's unfortunate that we haven't had him. The only positive about it is you get a chance to see some younger guys play some snaps that they wouldn't get otherwise. I think Greg Gaines has played really well in Aaron's absence. I think you've seen some good things from Bobby Brown. You're getting a chance to be able to see Jonah Williams, guys like TJ Carter tonight, even Ernest Brown. So that's been a positive, but you never replace Aaron, and we certainly miss him a lot. I think it's hard to say that you could. You certainly can't, but this is the reality that we're in, and this is where we're at. There's a lot of things that when you look at it, especially when you get a chance to step back after the season's over, how do we try to avoid some of these things? My job is to focus on let's finish up the season, with the right competitive spirit, with the mindset and mentality that's reflective of who those guys are in the locker room and who those coaches are, and that's what we'll do. But there's been a lot of things that I've kind of thought about, that I think you can make sense of why you've gotten here, but it still doesn't make it any easier, and it's a very humbling season for sure.
Obviously not good enough. We didn't win. A lot of stuff out there. I think we're going to look at the tape and see how close we were on a few of those plays that really would have been game-changing plays. Early on, I don't think I was more frustrated with how I played early on. I think there were some plays that just easy checkdowns when they were playing that soft coverage that we got to later, but I think I could have made a few plays just to stay on track earlier in the game. But yeah, I think we'll be frustrated with how close we were. It's just one of those games where not a whole lot was going our way. Yeah, I think, anytime you can have consistency up front with those guys, the same guys playing, that's a huge difference. And so, obviously not a good thing for us to lose him, just his presence, his, experience in being able to make all those calls. But Coleman came in, just bumped him over, O'Day came in, and we were okay. It wasn't the end of the day, but I think it just shows, I spoke on the culture a little bit last week, even though I haven't been here very long, just the way guys didn't flinch. Everybody was next man up mentality. Obviously, Benny Sco was dealing with some stuff. Trammell stepped up in a big way for us, came in and got a lot of reps. And so just that mentality of don't flinch, next guy, come in and just do your job. I think that's going to be the positive takeaway that we can look at this game after the film and be a little bit more critical, but I think that's the positive as for right now. One play at a time. I think kind of just the way that game went was, we strung that good drive together. It ran the ball really well, had just a few completions, and just trying to stay ahead of the chains. And so we're trying to do that. We had a good shot called, and just had a little bit of contact, couldn't get it all the way out, and Rasul was there to make a play. So, and then when we got it back, just thinking the same thing, one play at a time. Let's see what we can do. But yeah, it's like I said, the positive I can say right now is nobody flinched and nobody ever gave up. Guys just kept fighting.
Well, I thought just overall I was really pleased with the effort, the energy, really all week. I thought it was, our practices were reflected in the game. And certainly I thought the second half was huge. We dominated the time of possession in the second half. And unfortunately, there was a little lull there, I think, where we had the punt, and then we had the fumble where we had an opportunity to kind of just really close out the game that we didn't get it done. But all in all, it wasn't perfect, and there's a lot of things to still work on, still improve upon. But we're happy with the win, and I thought the Rams came in and played with great effort as well. And we'll enjoy it tonight. And tomorrow morning, we're going to get back at it and get on to Miami, who's a great football team. They've got explosive players all over the field, and it's going to be a great test for us on a short week, 6 days to go down there and put it all together. Yeah, I think so. I think momentum's real. I think it's, like we hit that lull in the middle of the season where we lose 5 straight. And it's hard once it starts going one way to get it going the other way. And we all have seen the competitiveness in this league. You see it each and every week. It doesn't really matter who you play. Anybody's capable of beating anybody else. And there's great examples on a weekly basis. And it just speaks to just how competitive this league is. It's a great drive. What was it? 8 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock. And yeah, I think you want to score as many points as you can each and every week. But the bottom line is you got to find a way to win the game. And whether that's 10 points or 24 points or 50 points, it really doesn't matter. It's all about wins in this league and finding a way to win. And I think our defense did a good enough job. Anytime you hold a team to 12 points, we feel like we should come away with the victory. Yeah, I think so. And, that's what we need moving forward. Certainly going down to Miami, I think Tua's been playing great. I think obviously they got a very, very, very explosive offense, a very creative offense, and it's going to be critical for us to get pressure on the quarterback in order to give us an opportunity to win the game.
His returns got called back, but just what kind of difference just to the energy level does Keyshawn's threat as a returner bring to y'all?
Yeah, no, Keyshawn definitely been a difference maker for us, and I think that was pretty evident tonight, having multiple big plays on those returns. And he plays with, again, another guy that plays with the right mentality. He's going to go for it each and every time, and he's fearless, and you guys have seen that over the course of the season. And, it's unfortunate. I know that, probably going to get criticized for not playing him early, and that's fair. We should have had him in there earlier, and we didn't. I don't think we knew what we had, and he's proven what he brings to the table, and so I can't say enough about what he brings to this team as well.
I don't know. I think it's just you win a game, vibes are pretty good, and we've just been practicing a little bit better. Energy's been a little bit better. And it's hard to put your finger on it. But we played a couple teams we should have beat. So that being said, it's still tough to win in the league, and I said it earlier, I think we can beat anybody. We can also lose to anybody. But when you win a couple in a row, it starts to give you some confidence. Now we're playing against some better football teams down the stretch that we can go to Miami and win. A lot different. Yeah, nobody was upset that AD wasn't playing, for sure. He's a Hall of Fame player. So that being said, I feel like the scheme was almost the exact same as when he's playing. They basically played a lot of two-shell, and they got a good D line. Even without AD, Greg's become a really good player, I think, inside, and he had a nice game. Obviously, Leonard's been premier pass rusher. I thought he played well tonight. I don't feel like we got our best blocking game in the pass game tonight, but they still got a good D line. But a lot of two-shell. I feel like we kind of did what we wanted to do on offense. We should have scored 30. Definitely should have scored 30.
We think the way to finish there, at least the way.
Yeah, and we won. So yeah, of course. But it would be nice to get 30.
How bad did you want to see Christian Watson get in the end zone at the end there?
I think we all did. He called a couple plays for him. So yeah, we were trying to give him another touchdown.
You seem a little subdued.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's late, man. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. Monday nights, when you're a young player, you dream about playing on Monday nights. When you're an older player, you want those noon games. So it's past my bedtime. I'm ready to go home and go to sleep.